about to start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of No Conduct Radio. It's actually the second episode of the year. Can you believe we're on season 4? My God. Season 4, episode 2. That sounds weird.
It sounds very weird. Hard to believe.
Yeah. So, tonight, we're actually discussing this whole Oprah for President thing. Because I personally don't understand it, and I want to understand it. If y'all missed last week's show, I suggest you go and listen to it because it was really good. We were supposed to be talking about your weird New Year's traditions, and we didn't even get to that at all. Instead, we started talking about what Shar thought. What was it? Sluts were, or whores were, or what's not slutty, or something like that.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I right, Logic?
When I was checking.
Yeah, go ahead, BJ.
Yeah, calling her a whore for having two boyfriends. Yeah, it was that. And Shar said, "No, she's not a whore.
Said that's not a whore." And she said young people should live their lives and basically sleep around and date.
Exactly.
Then when you get old and you're used up, then you get married. So that was basically our conversation last week. So go back and listen to it if you missed it. And like I said, we're going to be discussing this whole Oprah for President. Do you agree? Don't you agree? And just her speech, because I finally listened to the speech because I kept hearing this and I just had to finally listen to the speech. We're going to talk about a Floridian man whose testicle exploded. And we're going to... and we're going to answer your relationship questions tonight. So,
okay.
How's everyone doing?
After that explosion, I was like, damn. I had to cringe. Like,
I mean, would be grossed out. Which one? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
With the explosion. Should we be impressed, like, wow, was it that big, or should we be grossed out, like,
I think be impressed with that. Hold on. Impressed, really? Oh, my God.
That's only Shar. Should we be impressed?
Impressed? So the guy went through excruciating pain. It exploded. Okay, please.
Like I said, that's Shar.
She thinking someone else exploding her mouth.
What explode anyway? That's what explodes from. Where do you think the explosion juice comes from? It comes from there anyway. I mean, really, it's just that.
Juice. She said juice. Damn.
Wow. That's the gross part.
Damn. She went to the excruciating pain to a blowjob juicing. All right, okay.
I don't want to be in Shar's head.
Damn.
So BJ's not the only one that thinks about sex a lot.
No, it was you. Yeah, not you a lot. I don't think about it a lot. No, on occasion,
whatever. You said it a few times recently, but I'm not putting you down. That's right.
No, I'm going to ask you guys, did y'all hear about this school in Wisconsin about giving a school assignment about write 3 things about what's good about slavery and write 3 things what's bad about slavery. And
what?
That was crazy.
Is there anything good?
Wisconsin.
No, I've never heard of that. So what good things could there possibly be about slavery?
Right.
Yeah, I got to hear that.
Exactly. And she gave that assignment to black and white kids, mixed school. So, and I guess the parents was outraged, so they trying to get her fired, whatever. I was like, how do you get somebody that question assignment? Write 3 things that's bad about slavery, and write 3 things that's good about slavery. I was like, are you serious? I'm like, that's in Wisconsin.
Did you get one of the good, so-called good examples?
They didn't say that on the news. No, I mean they wouldn't. They wouldn't put that.
I was about to say they're not. Yeah, they're not gonna put that on the news.
They ain't gonna put that. No, that's just no.
But I would love to see what's a good example.
Did the head of the NAACP get out of their throne and say anything?
Not yet.
Did they use any of their members' dues to make any awareness about this?
Not yet. I'm waiting for that to come. The next, because it was on the news that night. I was like, I was driving. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Who says that? How can you give a kid that assignment?
Okay, see, I'm going to go to Google so I can actually just see the story and read out loud one of the so-called good answers, but I don't know how to use this doggone phone. I can't even get out of the keypad. What?
What are you trying to find an answer for?
Yeah, because I want to hear what this is.
There's no good answer.
I know that, BJ, but can we just let the world hear us? But I can't even get out of this.
Oh, the world hear.
I'm like,
and
wait.
And you're breaking up. Why are you breaking up?
I can't.
Phone is breaking up like that?
It's not me. Trust me. That's Blog Talk all the way. Because our intro was so bad. It kept going. It was just in and out, in and out. Oh, no, that's definitely Blog Talk. My phone is crystal clear. Thank you. But I don't know how to use it.
Well, you go ahead and Google Wisconsin school teacher.
I'm trying to tell you, I can't even get out of where it says keypad. It's not even that complicated. So it's not an iPhone.
Yeah, but that's what happened today. I looked at it on the news. I was like, that's crazy, I was like, okay, school system. What?
Logic. Can you Google it? I just want to see what it says.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to have it in there.
They're not going to put that up there. Yeah, who's going to put that on their media?
No,
so we said that.
I'll see if I can figure out. Well, I can't get out of it. Oh well. Oh, I know. Carry on, people. I'll pull up my trusty new tablet. That'll tell me.
Oh, my God.
Because this is ridiculous. I've never heard of that.
Speaking of her new stuff, off the air, she was talking about she got a new phone as a present. Then she goes, who buys a new phone and just doesn't tell you and just changes your phone number on you? So I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself,
a guy that's going to control you in the future. Okay.
My thing is, hold on though, BJ. My thing is, are you complaining that you got a new phone? Are you actually finding a reason to complain that you got a new phone?
No,
you had no control over it.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Kai, are you insinuating that a woman can complain after somebody does something for her?
Nice for her.
She complains anyway? Is that what you're...
He promised me I could keep my same number. Then he gets up to Sprint. I have T-Mobile. He gets to Sprint. And he's like, oh, sweetheart, so here's your new number. I was like, but you said I can keep my same
number. Hey, Shar, how much did you have to come out of pocket?
I definitely went on my phone.
Wait, no.
Practically
nothing? You didn't have to?
I mean,
I can't understand.
You didn't have to understand it.
Okay. That's for an answer. Zero, but you guys understand.
So wait a minute. So all right, wait. Just so I can understand. You didn't have to pay nothing, and you got something. And what an asshole! You should really think about not being with him anymore.
Ain't that crazy?
What would you do, Logic? All those tiny business phone numbers and directing, producing whatever connections. How would you feel if your number unexpectedly in a flash was changed? And I mean, that's your number.
What business are you losing? What business?
Oh my God! You open that can of worms? Oh no!
Wait, you be losing. We all lose something when we leave. If our number is, if anyone on this panel, anyone that's listening, if you had your number for a certain amount of time, it definitely is an inconvenience to have to let everyone know, business-wise, personally, everything. Oh, it's a new phone number. Some accounts that you have set up for whatever reason, okay, that's the number you have. It's just extremely inconvenient, especially when you're telling me, yes, it was like a surprise that he calls me from the Sprint place and says, oh, and here's your new number. And I was like, what?
What happened to your old phone? What happened to your old phone? I'm curious.
It's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm telling you.
All right, you got two numbers now. You got two numbers. Use that phone and the other phone. What's the big deal?
No, I no longer have that one. guys. It's right. No longer.
So just to recap, it is a huge inconvenience that he helped her out with exactly what she needed.
Exactly, right.
Okay, here's the deal, guys. So you guys have been following my life for long enough. Okay, so what happened was this. Sugar Daddy, we still sort of halfway talking a year ago.
Oh, no.
No, you guys.
Oh, no.
You mean Sugar Daddy of the very deep relationship committed that you had, that Sugar Daddy?
We were
Afghanistan mechanic?
No, we weren't together. We were just, it's like we were still friends. He would call me every day. I'm still living in the same condo. All the bills are still in both of our names and all that kind of stuff. So what happened was he surprised me. I was at my mom's
house. God. Oh, my God.
His phone to me. Okay, unbeknownst to you. Yeah, he sends a phone to me, right? Now, once again, my fiance was not in the picture. We weren't really talking like that again. We were just sort of whatever. So then the next thing you know, he's like the other day, he goes, so my fiance Charles goes, well, so why are you still under that man's plan? What Sugar Daddy got you that phone, but why are you still under his plan with the number that he gave you, the phone that he gave you? I said, but it was a gift, and it's the new year, so let me just, disconnect this. But the thing is, if you're under someone else's plan, don't you have to let it expire however long it is and pay off the phone and all? It's really complicated to remove yourself from that person's family plan or whatever they have. So that's why he took it upon himself. He said it was a surprise, but really he was shutting me down because he didn't want me to disconnect it. The other person anymore.
What a triangle of chaos.
I mean, look, okay, think about how many people have actually added someone onto a phone plan, got into another relationship.
Not me. Not me.
Okay, but a lot of people do that. It's not uncommon. You don't know you're going to break up.
A lot of people do that.
They're on your phone plan, then what do you do? So that's what happens.
That's like giving somebody a key to your place and they only live there. Come on. Why'd you put them on your plan? That's crazy.
No, you're missing the whole point. At the time that a lot of people are in a relationship or whatever they're in, and then they're put on someone's phone plan as a so-called, hey, I got your phone, whatever. Then let's say a year later, they didn't expect they wouldn't necessarily be with them or whatever, and they get into another relationship, and now they still have the doggone phone they had with the other relationship because it's on one of those.
Okay. All right. For the sick-headed female, they don't understand. When you break up with somebody, get off the plan. Drop everything.
No. Hold on. Let me clarify something.
Well, it's still business.
Any dude that's running around putting chicks on family plans because he's messing with them, that's a trick. Okay, I'm only putting you on a family plan if we have a family. You know what I'm saying? If we're married and we have a family and it's you and my kid, then I'll put you on a family plan. If I'm messing with you, let me finish. If it's you and you got issues, get your life together. As an adult, if you can't pay a cell phone bill, it's not my problem. Okay?
Yes.
I guess we're going to go to carrier pigeons. Number 2, if you are on a family plan with a sugar daddy, trick dude paying money for cooch in his life, if you're on a family plan with that guy, it's not difficult. As hard as it is, you call up customer care and say, hey, take that other line off my phone. Are you sure Yes. Click. It's over.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. It's not complicated.
Simple.
Well, that would be interesting if you had your facts straight, Logic. But first of all, I had a phone. My T-Mobile plan for my son.
I don't care about the details, Shar. My point being this: you're a grown woman. Pay your own bills. Pay your own cell phone. If he doesn't want you, on said cell phone plan, he can buy you another one, or you can get yourself another one, and you can throw the other one into the alley and forget about it.
Exactly. Look
at her. She's still trying to justify being on her ex's family plan. Look at that.
You can't justify.
it. No, you can't justify it. There's no justification for it.
After a decade together.
That's like, listen, that's literally like if I had an ex and I'm with a new girl, but I'm still using her Netflix because I want to watch movies and stuff like that. What is that?
I know, right? That's crazy.
What are you talking about?
Nothing else to talk about. Next.
You're a bum.
Whatever. You're a loser. You don't even have your facts straight.
You're a bum.
their phone.
Listen, a Sprint plan is nothing. What is it? $40?
So when you
$60
open it up, I paid $147 a month for my T-Mobile plan. I paid $30 for a hotspot by itself. I paid $127. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Internet. That's $30 my bill. My bill is $107 for 9 years. I had the phone for 12 years, and I paid every single month by myself. This person surprised me. I was at my mom's house in New Mexico. Ding dong, sends an unexpected phone as a Christmas gift, and I'm like, well, I already have the phone. I don't need this. And I don't want to be ungrateful, and I already have T-Mobile. So I was like, okay, I'll just go ahead and take that. That was what happened.
Give it back.
Him after he felt like he was doing something special as a friend. He's not a trick. He was more like a husband.
Just say no. All you got to say is no, thank you. I have a phone.
He traveled a lot, and he aggressive personality that I didn't agree with. After a decade, I should have left sooner, and I didn't. But he was definitely family, and so was I. That's why he did it. Any other questions?
Okay. No.
Like I said, any dude that is not.
If somebody's paying their own phone plan, if they're paying for their own phone plan, don't call them a burn. That's the one who's responsible.
Listen, any dude that's not pursuing a woman to be in his life that he's paying her bills, that's a trick. That's a trick. He's paying for that couch.
Good Lord. Char was cackling so much, y'all didn't even realize that I fell off.
That's a pimp move. That's a pimp move.
What do you care?
No. Pimps get that money. Tricks pay that money.
They get it. They get something.
Whatever.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now.
I was saying Char was cackling so much that y'all didn't even realize I fell off.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Oh, no. Kai, sometimes you lean on the ropes and you just let it happen. So we didn't know that's what you were doing.
No, stupid Comcast. My internet just went out,
really?
And I was like, "What's going on?" I was speaking to fans, listeners. I was answering stuff. I was marketing, and suddenly I couldn't do anything. I couldn't hear y'all, and I was like, "What's going on?" And my internet was gone. So I called in on my cell phone, but I could only hear.
Maybe you should get a dude to put you on his family plan for his internet.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Put on the plan, damn it. I didn't have to put on the plan. I didn't know.
Damn. Yeah. Got all kinds of games.
Because we all know how husband material like to just come into women's lives and put them on cell phone plans and condos, but not live there. Yeah. And, just come by every now and then and get them to play with this.
It was 10 years left. You lived half of that time, not the whole time.
He's a good man. Good man.
What part of the game is that? Damn. What part of the game is this?
You ever heard people travel for their job? Is that a problem? He was a travel. And that's the most people who live. You travel. You sign up wherever you go. Your union is local.
Yeah. That's what guys do when they're successful and they want a wife. They just travel the lands and look for chicks that need help with their bills. That's what men do when they're looking for wives. Right.
Yeah.
That's why he's
I missed that in the player's manual.
1,000 times a day. That's why he's worried all about what I'm doing. No, he was my man 100%. While we were together, he was. And I didn't say we didn't break up 100 times.
So
I didn't say we
did he put you on this family plan before or after he went to Afghanistan to help with the war effort?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just told you Christmas. It was 9 years later. 9 years later. I didn't need it. I didn't even need it then. He was just being happy. I don't know. Yeah. You know what it was. Right. I know what happened. I kept my phone. He was like, well, why did you put you a new phone? I'm like, I don't need a phone. I love my phone. I've only had it for 4 months. He was like, no. So maybe he felt like, okay, she keeps spilling sodas on her phone, dropping her phone, cracking, whatever. So he just, like he was doing something nice, like giving me a new phone and put me on the plan, whatever. I'm on the plan with his kids. How does that make me feel? Kind of silly.
On a trick plan.
Not anymore. I'm plan to another plan. I mean, geez. It's so crazy. Like, wait a minute. What just happened? What just happened here?
Well, let me pick my face up off the floor. I got that completely wrong.
I don't blame my fiance for being upset, honestly, because after a year, it's like, damn, a year, sir, get off that
AT&T trick plan.
So DJ Logic,
yes.
if you got with a girl,
nope,
I don't know, who just recently got divorced, and she has a phone number, family plan from her ex.
Nope.
Said no, you didn't.
So how would you stop her though?
What?
They say I don't want it. They say I don't want to be on the plan. That's all you got to do.
How would you? How would I what?
But I'm saying, how would you stop her from being on the plan?
Oh, stop her? Don't put on the plan.
Like, what would you say? I would prefer if you weren't on his plan.
Wait.
What do you mean
I'm
stop her?
talking
She can't be put on the plan without your permission if you're the primary.
No. You're misunderstanding what she's saying. She's talking about she's still on her ex's plan. If I talk to her.
Oh, okay.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you this: if I talk to a girl and she's trying to get with me, and I find out that the ink on her divorce isn't even dry yet, that's a red flag. Number one, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, that was last month? Yeah.
And you jumping into this now?
And we just, okay, all right. Red flag number one. Number two, you're divorced, but you're on the family plan. Okay, and this is where women try to act like they're the babe of the woods. They don't understand how the world works. If you just got done messing with a dude and you're on his family plan, then that's still a way for him to still be involved in your life. So if you're claiming that you're trying to end something with another person and they're still involved with your life, then you're not done with this person because they still have access. So, again, that's flag number two. You can't afford a cheese line with like T-Mobile or something, $40. You can't do $40. If you can't do 40, then, again, that's red flag number two about you.
Your finances ain't right.
And number three, if you're going to then turn on the heels and say, well, we're on a family plan, and, if you don't want me to be on this plan, then if you want to take me and go get a cell phone, then we can go. But I just don't, I can't. Flag number three.
No
that's when you call me, and I'm sorry, this number is no longer. Or if the cell phone Regal guy, that's the phone number that you are contacting is no longer in service. That guy.
Oh, you're blocked. That's blocked.
Logic. I have a question for you. Seriously, is this really so wrong? If we both were doing the same thing, he had his ex and her little girl, her 10-year-old girl, on a family plan under his name as the primary, right, with Sprint. I was on this other, my sugar daddy ex's plan. But my thing is, can I wait till the year is up? The year.
Listen, why are you worrying about?
No, I'm asking your opinion. Is it so wrong? My argument to him was it'll be over. The contract over in January.
Shar, listen to me. I don't need to hear the rest of your argument. You're asking me can I give you my opinion? Can I give you my opinion?
I was asking, but just think about the fact that we both did. In November.
I've never seen anything like this. I guess Shar's really the first girl I've ever really hung around. It's just amazing to me how she just doesn't stop talking.
I'm giving the facts. If he held on to November and got rid of his
See, what she said was, can I get your opinion, was really, can I get a moment to speak and tell you what I think?
I need your opinion.
It wasn't about my opinion.
Not when you going to finish.
What that really means in girl language, like if you had subtitles that said, may I have the floor for about 27 minutes so I can say what I want to say? That's what that. That's the translation.
2 minutes and 28 seconds. Thank you.
It reminds me of the Coneheads when he talked to Chris Farley and said, hello, may I have 47 words with you real quick?
Yeah. You're right.
I can maybe try that next time.
I gotta tell you, that's just it amazes me. When it's not angering me, it just amazes me. Like when I was on hold waiting to get back on the show, I was just listening, and all BJ and Logic were having a whole conversation, and all you hear in the background is
that's how it is.
Just like,
that's how it is in real life. That's how it is.
Now, my point is this. What she was saying was nonsense, because what do you care if your ex, if their contract is being fulfilled, you ended a relationship with this person. It's over. And first of all, it's not like Sprint charges you $150,000 if you don't finish out your contract for the year. They just say, oh, okay, you're changing your contract. The most they may do is restart your thing for another 2-year clock. That's the most they'll do. If you're dropping the line, I've never heard that being a big problem. But if you're claiming, and I believe you're claiming, you say you love this guy, right? This new dude?
Yeah.
Say you love him, right? Right. So if it's a personal, I've never understood when a man tells a woman or insinuates through his actions, what you're doing here is bothering me as a man. I don't want you to do it anymore, i.e., keeping this dude around, being on his cell phone plan, sharing some kind of Netflix or being friends with this dude that you used to bang, and you're claiming that you're friends now. This is bothering me as a man. Respect your man. Respect his pride. If he's telling you, this is injuring me on an emotional level, don't be an asshole and say, well, it's only, he has a discount for $20. I mean, what am I? What? What's more important, $20 or your dude?
Well, no, we're not friends. I don't speak to him at all except for business, like
oh
bills.
My God.
No. She just said that quick.
I said last December we were
back to her planet.
I do not.
You shouldn't be speaking to him at all.
Strength
that was
to endure the things in life that I cannot change.
That was cut and dry. See?
It's not getting tagged. I'm not his friend out of respect for my relationship that I'm in now for 9 months now. That my fiance, I absolutely have no communication.
9 months.
Or it's been since last April, whatever that was, my birthday, April. Okay, so yeah, it was 9 months, whatever. But I'm saying I respectfully do not have any communication, not only with him, but none of my exes, absolutely none. I don't disrespect him ever in that way. But if it's something about a utility and the utility bill calls him, which they do, and he'll text me and say, oh, you didn't pay such and such, and I'm like, damn, oh my God, let me call. That's it. We have nothing else to talk about except his phone. It came up because we both agreed at the end of the year I was going to go ahead and do it because that's what I wanted to do. But the thing is, it just so happens to be now that my fiance, that's not happening quick enough. If you don't do this today, if you don't get off that damn account today, I was like serious. And I said, okay. So I just have no phone for 3 days.
Confucius said, don't trust the words of a lying broad.
Yeah, I think that's Shar. Hey, Shar, can I ask you a question? Shar.
Yeah.
If your sugar daddy ex asked to come to the wedding, would you invite him?
Stop calling him an ex. A business arrangement.
No. He probably was. It was business. He was literally a boyfriend who just happened to be very, well off and spoiled me. But I definitely had a business that was business.
We get that. So would you invite him to the wedding if he wanted to come? You have to come to the wedding?
I wouldn't invite him because it would be disrespectful.
No. Would you let him come?
No, I just said I wouldn't even invite him. And no, I can't stop someone from coming unless I have, security at the door, but I wouldn't invite him.
You can't. Hold up. Yes,
oh, my God. So basically, that was a roundabout way of saying yes.
Yes.
No, I just said no. I said not at all.
You just said I can't stop
all
someone from coming to my
she
wedding.
said was that it's possible and she wouldn't stop it.
Out, I guess.
What?
No, he wouldn't stop. I have no communication with him. Because I don't want, my fiance to get all upset because I know how he feels about it, so I don't have any, except for business and this phone thing.
Okay. All right. Sure, hold that thought just like that. Now, it's the same thing with the phone thing. It's the same thing with the phone situation and the condo situation. How your man feel now? That's exactly the same thing.
Oh, I forgot about the condo.
Yeah, that's exactly the same way he feels.
How do you forget about that?
Wow.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said about only this stuff. That's why we're moving. We're back at again.
Okay. All right.
2 days ago. So 2 days ago, Sharp, let's look for a home. We're going to do it this time. We're just going to stay in Vegas, blah, 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 because we don't want anything to move into a place that doesn't have anyone's names on the whatever, except for, he and I.
We got that.
Yeah.
We got that. Yeah, we got that. We got that.
It'll release me from all of this condo stuff for 10 years. It's been a long time.
Okay.
You good?
So anyways, I'm getting messages that Shar has the story for everything, which I completely agree. I can't believe we've been talking about a freaking phone for the last 29 minutes. If you have any input, I know I said this before, but I know it's such a new feature that everyone forgets. We actually have live chat up on our website now. So you can go to www.noconduct.com, go to the bottom on the right, and you'll see a little chat box. Click on that, and you'll be able to chat with us online, noconduct.com. Okay,
that sounds great. I'm going to try it next week. I'll try it next week.
What are you trying it for? You're a host. You're on here. This is for our listeners.
But aren't we supposed to respond to them if they say something? We respond as host, whoever sees it, catches it, hey, okay, blah, 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 and reply back. I mean, what is the point to them sending us messages if we're not going to respond?
Please help me.
How you going to catch it? I'm on a phone. How you going to catch it?
Good God.
Oh, people, you go to the website from your phone. From
don't, Shar. Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
All
yes,
right.
You have to be logged into the website to be able to talk to the people.
I said you can go from any device to the website. That's what you said. I know that.
I swear, I would love to talk to this dude. I would love to talk to him. Just to get him
on the phone.
It's because look, the answer logic is because she's a freak. So he deals with everything else.
That is not true. That is not true. I am a freak. But that is not why.
She probably gives amazing head. So he was like, you know what, I was going to, never mind, I'm not leaving her yet.
Keep them quiet. Keep them quiet, huh?
No, it's just that I'm amazed in every way. Everybody tells me that. Every one of my exes never wanted to break up, but he's to be back together.
God!
Hold on. But they are exes, though.
No,
there we go.
Here.
Listen, Kai, it's actually possible. It's possible.
It's very possible.
There's a lot of dudes out there that are
blessings that I was given at birth. Okay, so get over it, like it, love it, hate it, whatever. But I'm telling you, that's like.
No, don't clarify that, BJ.
Okay.
And all this stuff you guys said about the sex, of course, it's
Good God.
Just icing on the cake.
Because I got high.
Seriously, hi. It's breaking up. You guys can't even hear yourself talk. It's breaking up.
You said it's amazing.
Oh, my God. Everybody, I have never met someone who, let's go through this now for the past 4 years.
Yes, you have.
Wait, Logic. No, let me go through this for the past 4 years. They get sniffed on the street, so they're told that their armpits never stink. They get, what was it? Guys throw themselves at her. Just throw themselves at her. Oh, my God, there's a puddle on the road. Walk on my back.
You literally said that people stop me on the street to sniff my armpits. I never said that. I said I was told that they don't stink. That's what I didn't say walking down the street. But since you've added that, I thought it was cute, so I just let you run with it, Kai. It's like, okay, fine. I was walking down the street and somebody, okay, fine.
Okay.
But no, my armpits don't.
Okay.
They don't.
Okay.
I mean, sure sometimes, but I'm told they smell great.
Okay.
Hey, Logic, I think Charlie the woman that be on the subway, she get groped and she be smiling and she won't even move, you know. She just stand there and just smile. Like, what the fuck?
Guys grope me all the time. They just say I feel really soft and fluffy and,
No, she doesn't even call it groping. She calls it a Wednesday.
A Wednesday?
Like, of course. Why would you not grab me? I'm Charette.
Have you seen this? I'm Charette, of course. If you don't grope me, you're probably gay, aren't you?
God.
Aren't you gay? She turns gay dudes straight and straight women gay. Probably if I meet Char, I'll just get into women then. Oh, my God, I've never seen anything like this. I think I'm in love.
Wow.
Okay, Ty, everything you guys are saying sounds really interesting, but we can't hear you. It sounds like
you can't hear me.
I can hear Kai. I can hear.
Yeah, well, that's it.
It sounds like I'm breaking up.
If you do the shady thing, if you do the shady shark.
No, it's really talking.
Anyways, let's get to this Oprah thing. Real quick. So.
Okay.
I keep hearing everywhere, Oprah should be president. Since the Golden Globes Awards, Oprah should be president.
Yeah.
Oprah should be president. This and this and this. Her speech was so amazing. She should be president.
I don't know.
So finally, yesterday, I listened to the speech. I mean, she gave a good speech, but it was just a good speech. Like, people give good speeches all the time. I didn't see what within that speech made her presidential material.
Me either.
And I don't understand what this whole thing about Oprah should be president is. I mean, I understand we have one quote-unquote celebrity as president, and we had Ronald Reagan as president, but we should go back into the whole celebrity. Nobody has
what do you mean go back into? Who's the president now?
Because Ronald
Reagan.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. And do you think that's a good idea to go to a celebrity who has no political experience to be a president again?
There's a problem with people. There's a problem with people. What do you really know about Oprah? Besides the persona that she's been very careful to show you over these years, what do you really know about Oprah Winfrey? Nothing. You know nothing about her policy. You know nothing about how she feels. I know back in 2002, she was pro-Iraq war. So, like, what do you really know about Oprah? And that's the problem. Everyone wants to complain and talk about not my president and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. But the answer to that is not to go get your own television star and put them in a presidency. It's you have to increase your intelligence and raise the bar for what it takes to become a member of the Senate, a governor, and the president. You can't just hire people because I really like them or they gave a good speech. So what? Hitler gave good speeches. Did that make him a good leader? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You know nothing about Oprah. Nothing.
When I heard that, I said, well, Oprah, she get her head blown up like that, she'd be dead before she even hit the White House. She wouldn't even make the White House.
And you know what else is funny about that? At that same speech, now this was an MSNBC correspondent. I'll put this up on the Facebook page too. But somebody retweeted. They showed a picture of The Rock listening very intently. And the caption said, when your priorities change to VP. So let me understand this. So a talk show host is going to be a good president, and an ex-wrestler is going to be the vice president?
Wow.
That's literally Camacho from
The Rock.
Idiocracy.
I thought you said Barack was listening very intently. Oh, The Rock was listening very intently.
Mm-hmm.
That would literally be Camacho from Idiocracy, an ex-wrestler. Just some beefcake or whatever, just running around shooting up guns and acting crazy.
But you don't like anyone could run.
I like The Rock.
For president, though. Anybody?
Why would he be good president?
A good VP.
The first thing he would have to explain to me that, I would need to know about his decision-making process is why at 44 did you turn around and have an infant with some chick in her late 20s? Like, what move was that? Explain that to me, VP.
Yeah, it was that chick move. That chick move right there. Lock
what
him
are
in.
you doing? You were out of the bubble.
Well, I mean, people are having babies later and later nowadays, so.
He got a full-grown daughter. I don't want to hear that. It's nonsense.
Daughter, yeah.
And maybe he wanted another
Bruce
kid.
Willis having.
No, she wanted a kid.
At 44 to do what?
What? Yeah. That's like me having a kid at 52.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you exactly what that was.
I'm gonna tell you. I can understand if he was like in his 50s, but.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what that was. That was a guy who got divorced from his wife. He got some new young hot chick, and because he's not used to being a coochie magnet, so to speak, this new chick got into his life and was like, I wanna. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't agree. He's been The Rock for years, since I was in high school.
No. But listen, no. You're misunderstanding my point. It's not that I'm saying he didn't have the ability to be. He's not used to being that because he was married all through that time. We can at least assume he was faithful to his wife up until the point they decided to,
he was a family man or whatever.
So my point is that he's not been used to, I don't know, getting an onslaught of cheek that he can indulge into. So here comes this young chick. He's 44. They get together. He decides this is the girl that he needs to be with. And I'm going to tell you exactly what she did. Power move 101. I want to have a baby.
Yep.
I've always wanted to be a mother. Now, the true G in him should have said, well, then I'll bid you farewell, and I hope you find that guy. Okay? It's been fun.
She threw the cooch on him.
But no. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. He was just like,
I think the only way that I would vote Oprah and The Rock in is if what's his name was trying to run again. I think that's the only way.
I wouldn't.
What?
I would want there to be an independent, somebody who actually is qualified for the position. I wouldn't vote for either.
I guess if everyone else were just a bunch of idiots and, Trump and is Oprah and The Rock, then I would vote for them. Not that I'm done voting after this presidential election.
Trump already said when they asked him, we think about Oprah running in 2020. He was like, well, I like Oprah. She's nice. Well, I'll beat her. I was like, damn. It's like, all right. He just like that. He said, I'll beat her. But I like Oprah, though. She's a nice lady. I'll beat her.
Well, first of all, Trump is not crazy, so he's not going to say a bad word about Oprah because most of her audience makes up most of his audience. It's not many black people watching Oprah. It's white, middle-aged women watching Oprah. So he's not going to say a bad word about Oprah. He's not stupid. But he's Trump. Of course he's going to think he's going to beat her. He thinks, what did he say? Yeah. What was it, at the beginning of this week? He said he's a genius or something?
Yeah.
He said something like that. He's a genius.
Intelligent genius. It's an oxymoron. Something like that.
So he's not going to say, of course she'll beat me. That's not Trump. So
he
has to stick to his persona.
By nature. So
he could have said it. He would have been an interesting race. It'd be a good race. We flat out said, well, I'll beat Oprah, but I like her. She's a nice lady. I was like, man, ain't this flat out? He didn't say that. He could have said, well, it'd be a nicer race. But that's not the way Trump's thinking.
No, that's not him.
So did any of y'all hear her speech? Logic, did you even hear this speech?
I heard some of it. I heard some of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
No, I don't.
I didn't want to hear it. I didn't.
I don't follow.
Yeah.
Well, I had to listen to it because I've just been hearing people talk about it. So with my personality, I wanted to hear what people were basing their arguments on. I can't have a debate without knowing what I'm debating about.
I mean, it was no earth-shaking speech.
Go ahead.
You said it was a what?
I said it wasn't an earth-shaking speech. When I heard it, some of it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was just she was saying, how it was basically like anybody else who can eloquently speak about receiving an award and whatever is going on at that time.
Right.
And that was it.
And then the sexual harassment thing, like every little girl have to, they have a chance now, all that kind of stuff. I was like,
sprinkled in there, Me Too, and all this stuff because she went through her stuff, but she had to sprinkle in there Me Too, and all the women are strong. I mean, my speech would have been different. They probably would have booed me off the stage because I'd have been like, and all you sheeps out there, my speech would have been different.
Crazy.
Well, you know what? She's going to get a lot of women backing her. And I mean, the women make up only a certain percentage of the country, but you can guarantee with all her slant on, her emphasis on feminism and the Me Too movement and all that, the women are eating that up right now.
There was a lot of women behind Hillary Clinton too. I'm sure it doesn't matter. She didn't win. It's men run the government. You got to understand it.
didn't win by the popular vote either. So people, in popular wise, it would have been Hillary if that was the case. But that's not how he won. Nobody actually, real people didn't want him to win. Yeah, that was not how it. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. She's black and she's a woman. She has 2 minority strikes against her. It took us 1,000 years.
But you can't take the black Obama. Obama's black, right? So you can't throw the black thing in no more because Obama was the president. He was the president. So you can't throw black in no more. Obama was the president. So you can't throw that in no more. This is she's a woman.
But look at what it took us to have a black president. Period. She's a woman.
Listen, you're focusing on the wrong thing. We've already established it does not matter who the people vote for. Who gets the person to become president is the Electoral College. So it doesn't. I'm gonna tell you right now. If there's a guy that the powers behind the throne want to actually run the country, they want this person to run the country, it doesn't matter if this person is an ex-terrorist that's known for blowing stuff. If that person is who they want to get in there, it does not matter how you vote. That person will get in there. So it doesn't matter. Like black, white, woman, all of that means nothing because it's about who they want to be in power or not. And Oprah is not an answer to the problems. She's another celebrity that says a bunch of stuff and does nothing and really just says, oh, look at this over here and blah, blah, blah. But no one really does anything about anything. Everybody just continues on with the situation and with the way that the country is and the problems that we have. No one solves anything. Oprah is a billionaire because she's a phenomenal businesswoman, and that's what she excels at. Running the country and establishing foreign policy and passing laws to govern and to improve social equality and quality of life in general, how is she qualified for that? What has she done? What public service office has she ever held? What?
Right. I said Oprah gives away cars and she gives away makeovers and she gives away
and all that stuff. And then of course if she ever was president, what do you think they look at? Would Gail be there to doing something like something when Omarosa was there? When Omarosa got fired, they threw her out of the White House. That's what I'm saying. And what are you gonna do? Just like hang along? Like okay, I still can't close the deal. I can't marry her yet. No, Oprah ain't let you do that. You don't lock it down like that. But he's still there. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Nah, it's just too much. Nah. This country be crazy then. It's crazy now, but nah. I mean, we're not ready for that yet.
So we're all in favor of Oprah not being president. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I'm very in favor of not being president.
Yeah, any celebrity that is well versed in actual policy and has a history of actually being a public servant. I'm not in favor of anyone holding that position that's never done it just because they're popular.
Well, you could be a mayor like Sonny Bono or something. I mean, or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, that's not the hardest thing in the world.
I think that was the dumbest thing ever when California made him governor. Based on what?
Nothing.
I think if he could have run for president, he would have.
Schwarzenegger, absolutely. He already said he did. He already said he would have.
Yeah. Oh, really? He did.
He wasn't born in this country, so he never can.
Right. That's out. He didn't qualify. No.
First thing they said, let's see that birth certificate. Oh, damn.
I don't really think he would have had as much as. I don't think he would have had as much of a problem as Obama did, though.
Obama had.
But you know what, though? If he could have, I believe more people would have voted for him than Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
I would have voted for him. If that was the two options, I definitely would have voted for him.
That was good. I mean, can you imagine that?
If it was between him, well, I guess they're both Republicans, so I can't say that. If it was between him and Trump, I think I would have voted Republican just to make him the forerunner. And then if it was between him and Hillary, I would have still voted for him.
I'll be back.
What'd you say, Shar?
I said I'll be back.
Oh, okay.
That was the worst ever.
She was challenging somebody.
I'll be back. Better.
Anyway, so we're all in favor of Oprah not becoming president. So I still don't understand what everybody's obsession with her becoming president is. Y'all didn't help me out at all.
It went real viral too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
And it's funny.
To talk about. That's all. It's just something to talk about. It doesn't mean much after that. I'm not going to have it.
Here is the tweet right here.
Lucky she didn't get caught up in that, head like,
what
oh my
tweet?
God, I should run,
The tweet about the Rock wanting to be vice president. I'm about to post it right now.
Oh, when you're oh.
And
Anyways.
God, what nonsense.
Anyways, so let me get into this story.
You know what?
Here.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you the only way I would vote for the Rock is if the new way to be president was that you had to do like a Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and you had to see all these politicians get body slammed.
Yo, I would be in the presidential election every Monday night.
If the presidency was like the Hunger Games where you could send aid to them by texting and then, putting money.
Dude, that would be the best presidential election ever.
I think that's how we
know how many
change
people
it up.
would
like
vote?
all of these. That's what I was about to say. I think all of these old chicken hawks who's never been to war, that's always talking about we gotta go over there. If we changed it to where you had to do like a Hunger Games to the death thing to be the president, only the most committed people would sign up to do that. Because they're willing to die in order to be the leader of the new world. So. I think it would be a very small group of people that would actually step up. Now, unfortunately, more than likely, the psychopaths would be the one that would win.
I was about to say we would have crazies running this country.
It was like, yeah. I got the nuclear bomb. I got the codes.
Bunch of psychopaths and murderers. Well, actually, that's not even different from what we have now.
They'd be like invade Korea the next day.
It's actually not much different than what we have now. The only difference would be we at least know our president can fight. All right, so let me get into this story. So this guy in Florida, I don't know. Okay, so let me. One day he's just chilling, and then one of his testicles just starts swelling up. He goes to the doctor. Doctor doesn't know what's going on. So it just kept swelling and swelling. Let me see which testicle it was.
So wait a minute. Before you continue,
does it matter?
His testicles started swelling up. He goes to the doctor, and the doctor just says, "Oh."
Yeah, they didn't know what it was.
What doctor was that?
So what it was, okay, so first of all, his left testicle was just really, hurting really bad. And then it just started swelling up. And he went to the doctor, they tried to treat it, but they really didn't know what the issue was. I guess he went to a couple of specialists. After a while, one specialist figured out what it was, and it's a very rare disease. And I'll tell you what it is. But anyways, so there's really nothing that you can do about it. Like it's what do you call that? Antibiotic resistant. You just have to deal with it. So after how many days, his testicle literally just exploded. And he survived it, and he said it felt so much better after it did. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how much pain he was in that feels better? So what it turned out to be. Is Shar talking?
Yes, I said imagine where he was when it happened. That would be interesting to know. Where was he when it exploded? Not just the fact of it being a relief, but where were you when this happened? It could have been a school teacher in a classroom. It could have been in a bank. It could have been, Walmart. I mean, where did it happen?
Well, it just said a few days later, I woke up at about 5 a.m. with the most excruciating pain in my left testicle. I could barely move, and I was in tears from the agony. It literally went bang. When the doctor saw it later, she said that it was like a volcano exploding. But it was such a relief because the pain had been there. The pain had been so bad. That's what it said. And he said it definitely affected me psychologically. It's a big part of being a man that has been gone. So, what disease did he have? Do you ask? He had something called African salmonella.
What?
Why can't be African?
Why can't be African? That's
which is a very, very rare disease, and it is impossible to treat, and it usually actually kills people. It gives you what do they call it? Sepsis in your blood or something like that. It usually gives you some kind of blood poison, and it usually kills you. But
Did they know that's what it was before it exploded?
Yes, before it exploded, because they told him that he can't. It's actually highly contagious, and he wasn't allowed to sleep with his wife.
Okay, now here's my question.
What?
Why didn't they just surgically remove it before it exploded?
I don't know. Let me look up. Hold on. He actually caught it in Tunisia.
But isn't some chicken virus from chicken salmonella?
In Tunisia. He caught it in Tunisia.
Well, that's what he gets.
It doesn't say.
What?
What are you going to Tunisia for? Like the beaches are nice? What are you going there for? Get out of there.
He wants for some chicken virus.
Wow. He's actually suing the tour operator. Why would you sue the tour guide?
What?
The tour guide.
Listen, I would sue the doctor for knowing
sense.
what's going to happen and not, we can just cut it off real quick. Yeah.
That's crazy. Damn.
It doesn't say why they didn't just take it out. They just said it's highly contagious. His doctor told him he can't sleep with his wife. It's highly contagious.
That's why he didn't get it cut out of there. That's an excuse to get that chick out the house. Get out of here.
Wow.
Damn.
I need you to go to your mother's house for a while. Really? All right, doctor's orders. Hey.
Shit. He took it to that way to get out of the house.
Get out of here. I need you to get out of here.
So that's why he's suing the tour guide or TUI rep or whatever, because when he was there, despite being sick and he had high temperature, the TUI rep said he just had sunstroke. So then when he came back to the U.S., he ended up spending 10 days in the hospital, but then the day after he was discharged, that's when it burst.
The tour guide don't know what he got? Wow.
I don't know.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was like, what are you doing over there anyway?
He was on vacation. He went to Tunisia on vacation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what he gets. I don't feel sorry for people that get sick in India because they went on vacation. What are you going to India for? You know how nasty it is over there for vacation?
Damn.
I never understood anybody wanting to visit India. No offense to Indians. It's just there's like rats running around. People cook rats. The water is filthy. They tell you don't drink the water. I don't understand.
You can't drink the water. The transportation system is it's like Russian roulette. If you wanted to commit suicide, just keep catching a cab around the clock in India, and more than likely you're going to get hit. Because they don't have a system over there. They just go. They got
it's just
temples
like Brazil. I wouldn't go to Brazil. People they tell you people rob you. Watch your this, watch your that, blah, blah, blah. People rob you all the time.
Not
Why
only
would I want to go there then?
There's certain beaches you can't swim in because of the toxicity of
water.
You will die.
Yeah.
It will kill you.
Yeah, they had to watch that. They actually had to watch that in the Olympics.
They had to.
Yeah.
They couldn't swim in the ocean where they normally do, or whatever it was. Like, why would I want to go over there on vacation?
They had a submerged pool in the ocean for the athletes if they wanted to swim.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I know a lot of people might be sitting there crying, oh, that's racist. It's not racist. It doesn't make sense. If your water, if I have to do more stressing on my vacation, why go on vacation there? I can't drink the water. I have to find water, something necessary for me to survive.
Listen, here's the non-racism. I used to want to go to Japan just to check out a few things. I don't want to go there now because of that whole nuclear meltdown they had out there after the earthquake. It's still, still don't have a solution for the irradiated water that's coming out of the plant. You know, like the situation is out there. You know what the situation is out there right now?
I remember, but what is it right now?
They had that, I don't know right now.
Okay, the way nuclear power plants work, they have these irradiated isotopes. You put water in, and those isotopes heat up the water, and then the steam makes the power, and then they get rid of that water, and that's basically the nuclear waste because that water has nuclear stuff in it. They don't have anywhere to put it now. So they've just been building tanks out there and putting that water in the tanks and just leaving it there and then shipping in new water. And so there's just big tanks building up of irradiated water that they don't know what to do with, and it's still leaking. Like you go out there and look at the tank. You can see water leaking out of the tanks into the ground, and then right around the corner is the ocean, and it's still going into the ocean.
Oh, wow.
It's a quagmire. They have no solution for it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so
I don't even buy fish that comes from that area, that portion of the world, because of the radiation. I still don't, years and years later. I think people forget about it.
Now.
I think people forgot about it. But my fish, my shrimp, anything like that, I make sure that it's not Pacific.
I would never vacation.
Anything.
I would never vacation in India. I would only go to Africa to see some of the slave fortresses that they had on the western side. Maybe Egypt and everything, just to get in there and get out. But anything else, no interest.
Get in there and get out.
Yeah, like a couple of days.
I don't want to go to Africa because. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, just fly in. If I'm going to go see the Sphinx and everything, fly in, click, oh, and then I'm out of there by Wednesday.
Yeah, you just.
Where did you visit? I was in Egypt for the day. The day?
I was out.
Right. I have no interest in anything in the Middle East. There's nothing out there that you can try to sell me on. I don't care about Dubai or Kuwait or whatever. You know, Mecca is a different story. But other than that,
Abu Dhabi.
Well, I don't want to go to Africa because Africans. Do I want to say they disappoint me?
Oh, he said African. This is Africans. Oh my God. Oh no.
Disappointing.
Listen,
yes.
Anytime somebody says Africans, yeah. Oh boy.
No, because I've had, you know me, and I'm very open with my conversation, and I've talked to Africans about slavery. And they bring some shenanigan type stupid ass answer to me of what they think happened in slavery or something like that, and I'm just like, that's not what happened. Like, where are you getting this from? You know what I'm saying? And they're learning their history from Europe. They know about the French War, they know about British War, but they don't know crap about anything happening in their own continent. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're forced to speak English, you know, and you're the majority in that area,
and you still can't get it together. So they just disappoint me. I don't want to hear crap about you're poor. You're the majority in that area. Get it together. How can you not?
But this is what I want to tell you, though. Don't fall for the 52 fake out. I mean, I understand that that's what a lot of Africans tell you, but now you not being an Asian, can any Japanese person convince you that them invading China and massacring people in Nanking, that was they felt that they were in some way liberating China? Like, can any Japanese person tell you that and it makes sense after what you know happened? Right. So all of these African people that claim that they think that this is what they taught us, you already know what happened in slavery. You already know what black people have gone through. And this includes islanders who believe that they're better than continental blacks. If you know what actually happened, then what you're saying is nonsense. You're adopting that thought process because you want to feel better than. And that's the only reason that you would regurgitate such a thing. You know it's nonsense. I can't sit here and make any excuses for any black people that are relying on welfare or being repeat offenders in the criminal world and going to prison, but then they want to turn around and say, well, the white man want to... you can't say that to me, and I'm going to sit there and ride with you like, yeah, I understand. Yeah, you're right. No, you're not right. You sound like an idiot right now. Shut up. No. But that's the same thing with them. Either admit, yeah, we dropped the ball. That's crazy. And not even we as in they did something. But it's like, yeah, my ancestors here, I have no idea. It's deplorable to think that they didn't even send a ship or anything to come to see what's going on, or a war party to shut down the slave fortresses, you know, even though they were severely outgunned and militarily overmatched. There was no attempt made, so that can be the thing that's like, ugh. And that's probably what Native Americans go through with thinking, why didn't the 500 nations unite against these white invaders? You know what I mean? Like, but see, that's the thing. Even though you can acknowledge it, it's still not a shameful thing for that person personally. And it just seems like people get into a habit of trying to excuse away things to act like we didn't. There was nothing that we ever did wrong. And no, there were scumbags all through history on all sides.
I mean, and for the Native Americans, who is drumming? What's going on?
I don't know.
That's Shar playing. No, that's Shar texting and playing around with her new phone.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, with the Native Americans though, they currently, like in 2018, have an excuse because they are no longer the majority. Africa, the entire continent, has no excuse because there are still more Africans on that continent than anybody else.
Wait! You can't. That's false. Here's why.
What?
You have basically the entire north edge of Africa that claims they're not Africans because they speak Arabic. They think they're Arabs. So because of the aftermath of slavery, you have a large portion of Africans that don't want to admit that they're African because they're basically adopting this idea that if they claim African, then that means that they are of the slaves and of black people, and they don't want to admit any of that. So when you have people that, because they speak another language, like us, we speak English. Are we English? No. We're Americans that speak English. It's the same thing with Spanish people that are in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, whatever. They're the same. They're the saying. And believe it or not, Mexico too. They were made up of slave nations of black people, native people, and whoever their oppressors were. That they all mixed. That's the same thing that is with the United States. It's the same thing. That's why some black people have Native American blood in them, and some don't, or whatever the case may be. But because
let's
they
find
speak
out
Spanish,
the correct percentage of black people with Native American blood in there.
No, it's not. That's a useless statistic. My point being this: because they speak Spanish in Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, they call themselves either Latino, which is not a race, it's a culture, or they call themselves Spanish. No, you speak Spanish, but you are not a person from Spain. Spain people are Spanish. You're not Spanish. You are the Dominican Republic. You're a Dominican or you're a Puerto Rican, and that's your nation. That's your nationality. That's still not who you are.
Technically, you're European.
So,
you're Spanish.
No, they're not. They're not. What they are slaves mixed with natives and some European. That's what we all are. We're all a mixture of everything. But they.
You saying Spanish in Spain? That's what I'm saying. I would say the Spanish people in Spain technically are more whitish / European-ish opposed to Latino.
Wait. Char. There is no ish when it comes to Spain. Spain is European. They're white people from Europe. That's where Spain is. Okay, so my point is that the slave masters were white people. The indigenous people were the natives from wherever they were, and the black people that they brought in to do the work. That's what we all are. In the continental U.S., it's the same thing. But we just speak English, but we don't call ourselves English. They speak Spanish. They call themselves Spanish. They are not Spanish people. They are not Latinos. Latino means of an ancestor, not even an ancestor, of a relative 2 generations ago that was from Spain. That's where Latino came from, of Latin. And that's not the case for anyone living right now in Latin America. So they're black people that speak Spanish. That's what they are. But because of the slave thing, they just want to disassociate themselves from black people so much that they'll just, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm not, whatever. Even though they may have Puerto Ricans that are darker than all of us, they will still say, well, I'm Puerto Rican, though. It's a total different thing.
Well, they won't claim the block at all. Then it's like, really? Okay.
That's my point. So going back to what Kai said, there in Africa, it's the same thing. You have people in Morocco, Libya, Algeria, Egypt, and even Ethiopians and Sudanese people in the northern Sudan that will say, I'm Arab. No, you're black people that speak Arabic. That's what you speak, but that's not who you are, because the people that colonized there were Arabs from the Arab Peninsula that is over up to the north. That's not even in the same continent that you are. You're not Arab people. You speak Arabic. So this idea that all Africans should have bound together and stopped this, they would have never have done it, because there was others that felt, I'm better than those people. I don't need to concern myself with what's going on over there and blah, blah, blah. That's why it didn't happen. That's why.
But that's what I was saying. That was my whole point, which is they need to get it together. Like, just get it together.
But they would have never have, because Africa is this group full that all are identifying with different things. So they would have never, like the Zulu Nation could have never gone to the Tutsis and Hutus or the Berbers or any of the other people, the Nubians up over in current day, what is that, Sudan. They could have never gone over there and say, hey.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're not dividing it based on race, you're dividing it based on tribes. You're dividing it. We're just all freaking divided. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always something.
And so-called.
It's so annoying.
That is the truth. But if you, again, going back to white people here have this solidarity where they just pick a color and they say they're white. Even as crazy as it may seem, Italians consider themselves white people now too. And you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
So Yeah. They don't. What do you think? They check black or other on the application? they check white.
Yeah.
Time out. I have to bring this to y'all because we only have 16 minutes left. Speaking of which, my daughter, who is in 5th grade, they were doing what's the drug week? What's the drug week? What do they call that drug week again?
I don't know. Drug week. No.
Dare.
I don't have a clue. I don't have any little ones.
DARE. Remember? Remember when we were in school?
Oh.
Yeah, so they're doing drug week. So the first day.
Okay, Dare.
So the first day of drug week, they were going to talk to them about, why you shouldn't do drugs, why you shouldn't smoke tobacco, why you shouldn't drink alcohol or whatever.
Right.
But my daughter said, but before they started, they handed out papers, and on the papers it asked you your race. And she said, why did they do that? I said, excuse me, they did what? To 5th graders? I said, what did their race have to do with talking to them about not doing drugs? I said, what did you put on there? She said, well, I didn't know what to put on there because it had white and it had Hispanic. And she's like, I'm not either one of those, so I just put African American. I said, no. I said, next time you get something like that, you either hand it back to them or you put other and you write human in there. I said, what are they asking you this in 5th grade for? I said, for the rest of your life, you listen to your mommy. You write human on that paper and you hand it back to idiots. They don't need to know what your culture or the color of your skin is. It just pissed me off. 5th graders, you're already starting this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they want statistically high. They want to group them into a certain category. Well, many people of this race probably are familiar with drugs, thinking about drugs, have a family member that do drugs. Yeah. Maybe they are on drugs.
You live in the freaking suburbs. So when are they going to this was African America. They definitely know what drugs are.
I mean, that's not going to stop people from, well, anyway, she's still too young either way. So for
she is. I can't believe this is a conversation I have to have with my 5th grader.
Right.
But I said from now on, anybody in the rest of your life asks you what you are, you answer human. If you have to write it down on paper, you write other and human. And if there's not a place to write that, you write it over everything, human in big bold letters. Freaking. I mean, I remember when that happened to me in college. I used to write Caribbean. And then I stopped doing it when one woman just looked at me and just checked black anyway. And I remember, I was like, what the hell? I wrote on there Caribbean. I'm not black.
You're black.
I'm not black. I'm brown. I don't care. Look, I've always said this. I'm not black. If you're asking about my color, I'm brown. If you're asking about my culture, I'm not black. I'm not a black American. It's still 2 different cultures. I'm from the Caribbean. I had to learn black American culture. You can't tell me I'm African American or black American. I'm neither. I'm Caribbean American, if anything.
You?
Caribbean American.
I'm Caribbean American. I'm from the Caribbean, born in America.
Okay.
But see, it's like how your answer is. My black friends will be like, "You're black. You's a nigga." What is that? What are you talking about? If a white person looks at you, you're black. Okay, but let them look at me like that. But
listen, Caribbean are just niggas that like plantains. That's all. That's only.
I understand that, but the thing is, you can't tell me what I am. We have 2 different cultures, which I only learned some. I don't even know all. I learned some of the black American culture after I left my Caribbean house. It's 2 different cultures. That's like telling an Italian they're German. Well, you look German to me.
Well, see, that was going to be my point with slavery, where we have this idea that white people have this solidarity, and they don't. What it is, when Columbus, the idiot that he was, stumbled onto a new continent, there was just a business rush to colonize and to grow stuff. So all these different nations who don't care about each other, England, France, Spain, Portugal, they all decided, well, we're going to go down to Africa and snatch up some Negroes and go over here and make this money. So that's what it was. That whole white-black division came in when those rich white people had to convince poor white people to help them make money and keep these blacks under control. Because before, believe this or not, it was no problem between black and white people. If you was a black person in England, nobody treated you like garbage because of your skin color. It was before slavery. It was just, oh, that guy's from wherever. But the Irish people would sit there and drink with you or whatever because you were all poor. So you all hated the rich people. That was the only thing that you had in common.
Yeah,
like,
you
hated
the rich
people. Yeah, and you
right.
had to work in their palaces and, oh, God, let me tell you what he made me do today. You know, but once that slavery started and they knew they weren't going to pay these white people anything near with the money that they were making, they had to convince them of something else, like, hey, you know you're better than that person. Their skin is black. That's why we made them slaves, and you're not because you're better than them because your skin is white. And really?
But
yeah,
how easy was that to convince a whole slew of people about this?
Very easy.
Wow, yeah.
Very, very easy. Because, again, if you're a poor white Scotsman or a Prussian and whatever, and you're living in England and you're just working, and you've never had anything, never been important, never had the ability, because back then nobility and everything made all the difference, your family bloodline. So if you knew that you never had a chance to break through this ceiling and be anything, and then these people came and told you you're special because of your skin color, and that's it. So you and your progeny, you know, for many generations to come, will always be better than these people here. Why would you resist that? That's the only chance that you have to feel like you're somebody. And that's what it is. That's why it wasn't a hard sell. It was like, yeah, that's right.
All right, so real quick, we have 9 minutes left. Let's get in a relationship question. So you get to choose which relationship question you want to answer. So is it the question about a woman who's been married for 22 years and no longer loves her husband, or a question about the woman being the leader in the relationship?
Flip a coin.
What's that? Let's do it.
I give Shar the option. Shar, which one should we answer?
The woman being the leader. I got to hear that.
I bet you do.
Which one did you say?
The woman being the leader. I'm curious how that works in the relationship.
Okay. So, of course.
Yeah.
So the question actually is, and it came from another host, another radio host, and I was just interested in it because I answered it, but I wanted to know what y'all think. Can a relationship between a man and a woman last if the woman is the leader in the relationship?
Leader like
Wait a minute, what? Say it again? Say it again?
Can a relationship between a man and a woman last if the woman is the leader in the relationship?
Rarely.
I mean, it can last. If it's going to be a good relationship is another question.
Leader.
Men are designed to be the leaders, period. It's just it would be a constant clashing of the two evils. I just don't, you know.
Safe answer.
Well, there are a lot of women that act like they're the leader in the relationship, and they say stuff like, "Well, he thinks he's running stuff," but. And I was actually told, and I'm not going to say who told me, but I was actually told by one of the female elders that I know to make the man think he's the leader. But, you know, you have to formulate your your ideas or your requests in a way where he thinks the answer was his idea.
His idea, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But, I mean, but see, that's hoping that this dude is dumb enough that he's not going to pick up on what you're doing. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if a woman, if her value system is I'm important and I'm the one that's blah, blah, if that's, like, if she's that kind of self-centered person where she feels that she has to be in charge in order to whatever, then yes, that's going to work for her. She's not going to be happy because I don't believe any woman wants a dude that they can just walk on. You know, most women just off of instinct is going to want a powerful man that is not going to just be railroaded, and she's going to want to feel safe and know that her dude is going to be able to handle anything that comes up in life.
Right.
So, you know, can it work? Yeah, it can work, but she's not going to be happy.
Right.
But she
We're not
can
designed
be in that
way.
relationship.
We're not designed that way. I agree.
Yes, guy. Please.
I mean, but a lot of quote-unquote good guys are yes men.
No, what?
No,
but see, but that's why women don't want good guys. That's why women get with guys. You ever hear dudes say women get with assholes all the time, and it's because that guy is exuding at least a powerful persona in the fact of I don't need you here. You know, you can be here if you want to, and we're going to get down with the get down. If you're going to come to my house, you got to understand that you're coming out them drawers. If not, I don't need to talk to you. Now, that's very low brow. What?
What?
That's very that might be very low brow. That's not anybody to try to base a family with, but he's being very direct, and he's not bending to your whims like, okay, we can just come over and you can cuddle, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's being very direct. Either come and give me what I want or don't come at all.
Or stay home. You
know, so they like the fact that he's not mincing words. And what all women I think would want is a dude that has a balance between both. That would be very direct, but at the same time not be a tyrant. You know, where he would be like, I love you, but you're not going to be driving me crazy. And if you drive me too crazy, you can pack your bags and get out of here. But I love you. You know,
well, even so, when guys do that, women think that's being too controlling.
They say that. But I guarantee you, any woman that would have that guy, and he obviously can get down the way she likes,
she'll stay with him.
But if he has that balance, she might complain when he says it. Like, she might call her girlfriend, he gets on my nerves about... She's never leaving that guy.
She's never leaving him.
Because he has that balance that she can't find anywhere else. So she knows that. Yeah. And her girlfriends know that. That's why they try to get her to break up with him, because misery loves company. And the more grinding ones would want to come around and circumvent and come mess with him once she's out of there and say, well,
wow.
I don't know what happened. It's just, you know, we got
to
talking
and I was in a drawer.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Well, you know what it burns enough warm to drop. It's the same thing. I can't wait. Yeah. Eagerly awaiting for your dismiss. Oh, my goodness.
So basically, it will not work. It will not happily work if the woman's in charge.
No.
Right. Listen. The relationship can last, but he's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those relationships where you have some brutal battle axe that's henpecking some old guy, and he's just like, yes, dear, yes, dear. That relationship can last, but that woman is usually miserable. You ever see her face in public? She's always crabby, like, but if you,
because
she ain't got no resistance.
But the dude that's coming off like Marlon Brando, and he's peeling the wallpaper off of the walls.
Yeah,
he's
blowing her back out.
Whatever. A couple of times at the weekend, he's being very Luca Brasi with her. Like, listen, woman, I don't put my business out on the streets. You know, you make a sandwich the way I like, we ain't gonna have no problems. Like that woman. She's happy with that guy. You know, again, she may want to go out, and he says no, and she'll pout and be upset, but she's not leaving. She's not leaving. That's not happening.
That's submissive 101. My God, but it happens that way.
Well,
either that or just
look. That's the problem with men, and that's the advice I give all my boys that ask me: be a silverback. Don't be a tree monkey. Be a silverback. You know, she got a problem. You tear them branches down and say, get out of here. I'm King Kong. Recognize and respect it. Other than that, beat it. You know what I mean?
So don't be a tree monkey. That's what you have to take away from today's show.
Yeah.
Anyway, we only have
Don't be a
about
true
15 seconds left. Next week, unless something dire happens in the news, next week we're only answering your relationship question. And we'll be right here Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time right here on No Conduct Radio. Thank you all for joining us. Peace out, everyone.
Have a great week, everyone. I'm going to figure out how to actually turn my phone off. Goodbye.
Oh, good.
Bye, Felicia.
I hope it comes with a handbook. Everyone have a great week.